claiming to either the magistrate or the judge. It is up to the judge to now take it from there. When a DPP or a prosecutor present a case, they will present it to the accused. Let me correct one things that I've been listening to since I've been listening. When an accused is charged in a magistrate, the clerk will ask the accused whether they want to be charged or in the magistrate or they want to go to high court. An accused have the right to waive the magistrate and demand the high court. An accused also have the right to waive the high court and stay with the magistrate. The DPP prosecuting power cannot be challenged because it doesn't need to be challenged. It's just a prosecuting power. Prosecuting power doesn't mean absolute, and it doesn't mean that you have been found guilty already. It's just that the DPP or the prosecutor have the know-how that if the judge you listen to this case, the judge will find you guilty, but that doesn't mean you are guilty already. So I'm trying to simplify this to everybody so that all those good jargons that you are saying that ordinary people cannot be carried away or lose track. In simplicity, there's no reason for anybody to challenge DPP decision. When they make that, they have the right to make that decision. It's after that decision that then you can now complain to the judge. The DPP has the right to bring the case, and the judge have the right to either accept it and continue with it, or say a judge will have no choice but to accept a case. It's in the process. It's left to the defendant and their lawyer to argue the motion that this case should not have been taken.
As a matter of fact, there's no case that goes to a judge directly. All cases are registered at the judiciary registry. The judiciary have an office. Okay, I think it's in the High Court. That is where that office is. All cases are deposited in that place. So it is that officer who happens to be that officer is, I think, a level. The officer was like an assistant director upward that sits in that office and allocates these cases to different judges that are available. He will know the judge that is available. He will know the one that is on leave. So this person assigns these cases to different judges.
In the magistrate court is the chief magistrate.
Maybe the head. So that's
in the High Court. It is the High Court.
So there's a central registry that you go and submit your case to. You are not in charge of who handles this case or who doesn't. You don't even know. It is only when the case has been done. That's why you follow up with cases that it has been assigned. Then when it is assigned, then you now pay for service. That's when you now start to do service, take a date and stuff like that.
All right. So now that we know that the Attorney General has an absolute power to discontinue a criminal case, to take a case to court, that is a constitutional power. In the petition that we all read, in the lawsuit, we read that Mohbad is complaining that the lawyer quoted section 36, which is everybody has the right to be heard in court, right? Why is he quoting that? Right to be heard how? They just want to quote law. Sometimes people just want to quote Bible, so that they know Bible. Because I don't see relevancy of quoting section 36. Everybody has a right to be heard in court. On what case? Do you have a local standing? No. The DPP released Prime Boy, Samilari, and Naira Marley. They don't have connection to what killed Mohbad in their advice. And the father is going to court that he has a right to be heard in court. Right to be heard how? What? How?
Maybe he wants to sue them in a civil court.
He already went to a criminal. It's a criminal case. There isn't a case number. You see, sometimes when you don't follow up professionals, they just take your money and just put anything there. And they have other cases that they are doing. It is you who really want to win your case that will follow up, that will shine your eye. You know what you're doing.
Exactly.
It's everything we are saying here. Even if there's any lawyer, baby lawyer in the chamber, come among us now. Come and be in our midst and convince us and show there's something where is going on. They are joking. It's all joke. This same thing happened with the baby lawyer that was sacked that time. I was crying. Legal team. They said I hate Baba because, and you guys made people to hate Baba Mohbad. Because instead of you to listen to people and do what is needful, you keep making it look like you are here because people hate Baba Mohbad. Mohbad is there lying in the morgue. Lying in the morgue dead. In the most inhuman treatment. And you guys are here fighting for the father who is alive. You said people want to kill the father. If anybody wants to harm the father, can you protect the father? Can you even protect him? Is it just ranting online? If anybody who wants to do anything, can you protect the father? Kids, babies. You guys won't focus on what you should focus on, what to keep Mohbad. And ranting, going around disturbing people. All this nonsense they are doing, just a matter of time. Me, I'm here. I'm waiting patiently. They are still not convinced. That this case is not going their way. They are still not convinced. They still think there's something We are waiting to see what's up. So many beautiful areas to approach these cases. All of those things have been jettisoned.
Yeah, so many angles. You know,
to approach this case.
This is what it is. So if what the autopsy, let's look at what the two autopsies says. Result one is inconclusive, the other one is
they are both the same. They are both the same place. They are the same.
Let's use their words. Inconclusive and unascertained. And we have read from Google, from different people, from text, from books, that even if it is 10 years after, the cause of death can still be. Does that mean that Nigerian contests are proving that theory wrong? Whoever that proposed that theory should be challenged in a debate that no, where did you get your own 10 years from? After 10 years, the cause of death can still be attacked. But this is what Nigerian trained pathology has called to dispute your theory in 2025. Do you think that is something that we should look into as a debate? And I'm willing to set up a debate with Nigerian doctors in a conference. I'm willing to do that. So yeah, come, Nigerian doctors, come here. Let's have a conference, a one-day policy debate. And say, okay, Nigerian doctors, come and tell us what cause of death can be unascertained.
Are you mad them right now?
No.
Kunle, when I said it was dead on arrival, Kunle, I said the lawsuit of that son was dead on arrival. It's just like they send it to an impossible mission, right? You had the right to be heard, no problem. Everybody has the right to be heard. But heard about what? About what you are wrong. Something that you are wrong. Something that there's only one way. The only thing where the people who review your petition are the DPP themselves, the Attorney General, not the court. Court doesn't have power over the Attorney General. So you write to the Attorney General that have the right to be heard. Heard about what case?
And you are forgetting that the only person that can go to trial with any Nigerian is the state, the commissioner of police, or the state against against the defendants. How do you now want to, on a criminal, how do you want to go? Which court you want to go?
Exactly. No, it's even for review. You want them to review the decision of the Attorney General. That's for releasing Prime Boy Naramali and Samilari. Right? You want the court to hear them. Hear you on what someone is doing correctly. DPP is doing his job, Attorney General, that the constitution gives you power to do correctly. You have the right to debate how.
No, wait. If they have evidence against such individuals, they can go back to court.
There is nothing you can do, Chairman. It's a different power constitutionally.
Hold on. Even if you have evidence against.
But can't you go through the High Court when you have evidences against such persons?
Not even Supreme Court. Not even Supreme Court.
No. But
okay, you know what, guys? There's no case in Nigeria first that it has ever happened first. Let's make that clear. Okay, that's never happened in Nigeria. But now let us establish something now. Now, Kunle, let's work with you. Create any scenario, and then tell me how you want to challenge the DPP or the Attorney General. Go on, please. Just create a case of a suspect and then challenge it. Even if it's wrong, there's corruption, right? Just assume that there's corruption and you have evidence and show me how you want to go about it. Let me show you the DPP station.
Okay, the thing is, I'm not like challenging, but I'm just basing on what I've read as an instance somewhere sometimes ago. And that was, I think, FRN, versus, I've forgotten. It was a decision at the Supreme Court.
Wait, can you please call who against who?
If you give me some minutes, I will check, but I can't remember. But I know
that. Is it the Ghani Power in case 2002?
No. That this one is 2006.
Can you mention one thing so I can check? Mention me one thing.
You have no reports there.
Huh?
Mention me one thing. Don't mention me one statement in that thing.
Just give me a minute. Let me go and check.
All right, please let me check it.
Do you have Nigerian law report with you?
No, I can Google it immediately.
It's not all cases that is on Google.
I don't have it. I don't have past cases, but they're going to be books now. It's going to be very much. So is there a book that has criminal laws report?
Nigerian law report every week. They come out every Friday. All the cases for that week will be in that law. All the judgment for that week is in that law report. So that's why you see lawyers' chamber. If you see books, it's those law reports you are seeing every week. So you can see that 52 law reports in a week, in a year. Now, to multiply by the number of years that person has been in practice. So you always see those law reports. All judgments in the federation of the country are contained in that law report. So you can do well to go and start buying law reports. So you can see
let him check it. He wants to debunk the absolute power. Rotimi, come up now if you have any evidence, please. But I don't just want assumption, because me, I'm trying my best to browse to get knowledge. So you guys have to also try to show it somewhere, all right? And I like that when we speak now, let us begin to educate ourselves properly so that we don't just sleep on assumptions. I'm going to put out section 174 and 211 so that you can see the power. Some people have tried to challenge the DPP, but the Supreme Court upholds the law that they have the power. They are the one that will review your application. You have to write back to their office to review your application. Unless they are answerable to themselves or to the governor who appointed them. No other power. Not even the Supreme Court.
Are you reading the Constitution? Is that from the Constitution?
Wait, please. Let me bring from the Constitution.
State Attorney General. Go to the Constitution. Let me open that up.
Yeah, uh, so the case is Mike Osaon versus the Federal Republic of Nigeria 2006 at the Supreme Court.
No. I want a case against the Attorney General, not against the state.
No.
Because if you are telling me if it's a case against the state, if you are telling me a case against the state, for example, the state doesn't have absolute power; they are subjected. State can commit an offense, and the Attorney General will represent the state. Don't forget, Attorney General is a legal team representing the state. If the state, let me say, if I sue Nigeria, if I sue Lagos State to federal court, right? Attorney General will defend my allegation against Lagos State. That's their duty. But I'm saying that in a situation where Attorney General makes a decision that is absolute, tell me how you want to change his decision through the courts. So I want a case against, but one bad case against the DPP and Attorney General of Lagos State. It's not against the state. It's a whole two different things.
Well, it's automatically against the state now because
no, it's not automatically. It's not automatically.
You are suing a state. It is the Attorney General that will respond to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a different case. Let's say for example now.
Send you to jail. It's the same court that will still send the person to jail.
Court cannot declare you a suspect. I mean, you have to get this. You can Google it. Okay, you know what? Go to me, Google it. Can court? Go to me, do this. Google, can court declare somebody a suspect? Just do that and get something.
Okay, order Paparino. The court has a final verdict on the matter, either a suspect or.
Court can only verdict on a case that is brought before them to interpret. They are there to interpret the law.
Now, what I'm saying here, Paparino, when you bring witnesses before the court, and court sees some of those witnesses as being a suspect along the line of their witnesses.
That is not their position. That's not a court position. Court will not do that.
Pronounce.
Mr. Rutin.
That's not court position. Sorry. We have three arms of government in Nigeria: legislative, they make the law; the executive, they enforce the law.
I ask you one question.
Let me start to describe the law. Ministry of Justice, DPP, and the police, they are under the executive. Also the governor, they all enforce this law. Why the court is the one who interprets that law? That's what they should do. So only DPP can arrest the person or the police. No other power can declare somebody a suspect. You have to be investigated before that a suspect. Courts don't investigate. For anybody to declare you a suspect, they must have investigated you. I mean, with evidence. Go on. You can speak on now.
Papa, what I'm trying to say, just 1 minute. Constitutional lawyers, what they do is to challenge the ruling or the stand of Attorney General. We see many cases in court where
there's never one case in Nigeria. You can never find it. Go to me. Browse from now to tomorrow. There is nobody in Nigeria who has ever challenged the Attorney General and win in court. The Supreme Court will tell you that they have the power. That's what you will ever hear. I can read you many cases here. People who have tried that and they failed. Should I read it to you? You now are assignment. Prove to me anywhere in Nigeria where anybody have taken Attorney General to court and have win them on the case of suspects.
Okay, I will check and I will get back to you.
Yes. But what I'm saying, please, I really appreciate you.
I'm trying to look at
because me, I have checked everywhere I can see. And if you can see, maybe I'll give 100K.
I
promise.
What I'm trying to look at, Paparino, what I'm trying to look at is that before I go, Jack will have the score now. Let me just add this. What I'm trying to look at here is that the president, I think the president of the country, of our country, is the only one in Nigeria that we all say that has the absolute power, who can do and not do, who have that constitutional.
They can be investigated. They can be investigated too. No. They are limited.
That's why they are tenure.
Now they are now saying if you can separate for the accounting, separate the same thing with law, but they never agreed to today.
Paparino, yeah. What I'm going to say is simple.
You're 100% correct about what you said. 100%. And the fact remains this. First of all, let's get something straight. Look, police, when they are investigating a case, that is why they need to do their own job first. They need to do their proper, put their house in order. You have to do all that you need to do as prosecutor. Exactly. So just watch. Mr. Joseph Aloba, the father of the late singer Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad, has filed an application